Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So the inevitable has actually happened, and it turns out that there was nothing to see, and if there was something to see, then it's probably best you don't continue looking for it. The American administration has decided that, yeah, there's not really anything more to discover about the Epstein files, and that it's probably best that everyone just stops concentrating and looking at this. And, well, I don't know why, I don't know why that just blanket statement that message to all of the leading conservative speakers in the world and just tell them to quietly, hey, you know what, you should probably stop talking about this. You should probably stop talking about that. This is your final warning. Stop talking about that.
If raising legitimate concerns about thousands and thousands of unchecked foreign males illegally entering our country makes me far right, then so be it.
So here's Dinesh D'Souza and his statement, obviously one of the leading conservatives in the United States, suddenly deciding that, you know what, we've seen enough. We've learned all that we can. There's nothing more to see here, guys. There's a lot to smell, it fucking stinks, but there's nothing more to see.
I'm going to talk about the Epstein files, and I'm going to make the case that even though there are unanswered questions about Epstein, it is in fact time to move on. Part of being on a political team is maintaining a certain amount of maturity, recognizing you can't win them all, recognizing there are some things that are important to you that are less important to the guy that you've put in charge, who is trying to focus on things right in front of him. And so having a sense of perspective, having a sense of balance, having a sense of maturity, I think is more important even than getting to the bottom of what really happened with Jeffrey Epstein.
So that was Dinesh coming out and saying, oh, no, I can't, I'm blind. I'm blind, guys. I can't see shit, all right? I know I look like I can see. I know I can function, but I promise you, I'm blind. Blind as a bat. Can't see shit now. Let's move on. Carry on, guys. Charlie Kirk also came out at the same time and said, yeah, nothing. There's nothing here. Nothing at all. Well, there is, but we're not going to look at it anymore because, well, reasons. Ben Shapiro, though, he's super happy.
The DOJ and the FBI have concluded that Epstein didn't have a client list and died by suicide, according to a memo detailing the findings obtained by Axios. Now, again, does this put to bed, all inquiries? Of course not. People can continue to speculate as much as they want.
People who take noticinol once a day report up to a 97% decrease in noticing. Do your own research to find out if noticinol is right for you.
You can't stop coincidences from happening, but you can stop noticing them. And now, for more severe cases, try extra strength noticinol Jew.
Say goodbye to noticing once and for all.
He was over the fucking moon. Couldn't be happier. He was like, yeah, screw this bullshit. Israel #1. Israel doesn't need America, but holy shit, you just don't stop giving us money and also let us commit horrible crimes in your country. And if you talk about it, you're an anti-Semite. Oh, I love America, though. Promise. I promise. Ben Shapiro promise.
Right.
Now, it is very strange how everyone suddenly decided that there's nothing to see. That's obvious. Everyone can see that. I do think that having an interview with Ghislaine Maxwell, because she's come out and said that she's going to tell all, I think that's a terrible idea. It's basically giving an absolute psychopath a bunch of power and the ability to destroy your country, because that's what you're doing. She could say literally anything on that. Whatever she's going to admit to. Any person that she spouts off about is going to be in the shit, and that's a lot of power that you're giving a criminal. Best not to do that. We need, well, full transparency, but we're not going to get it because obviously there's a lot of very powerful people involved in this, and I think ultimately it's going to come down to the American people. This is reminiscent of the UK grooming scandal, something that we've been trying to fight to uncover for 30 years. 30 years we've been trying to get to the bottom of the grooming scandal and how it was allowed to operate so freely in the United Kingdom for so long. And I think it's probably the same reason as why your weird shit was happening in the United States. We also had the Jimmy Savile thing, by the way, which involved very, very powerful people. So maybe that's even more similar to the Epstein stuff. Maybe there's just a lot of very, very powerful people that have been diddling kids. And in fact, it's so many of them, so many of the rich and the famous, that it's pretty much most of them. So to reveal the list would be to destroy your economy, probably absolutely destabilize the country, because most of the politicians will be in jail. There's a good chance that it would be a, God, I can't, I mean, I'd still do it. That's what's mental. Like, there's a good chance that there's so many people on that list that it might destroy the country. It might actually destroy the country. It might destroy industry with loads of CEOs heading to prison. Hollywood would be screwed because they're all nonsense, let's be honest. What else would be left? You've got industry decimated. Politics, obviously most of them, jail. Hollywood, almost everyone in Hollywood, jail. So you've got politics, industry, entertainment, police. God, how many of the police as well? Oh, yeah, it would just go so deep, guys. And I'm saying release it, right? But I'm not a murderous psychopath who's threatened the American administration into silence. If that's happened, but it looks like it has, and it looks like it's gone even further. So all I can say is it's very reminiscent for the people in the UK to see this kind of outcome, because we've seen it for 30 years over here, multiple times with multiple different scandals. So yeah, good luck trying to get to the bottom of any kind of truth and justice or American way. Because it's not run by America, is it?